I have always loved the insert sets that OPC put out with their hockey cards. To me, it's always been sort of like the prize in the cereal box. For those of you who are old enough to remember when you would get cereal at home when you were with your brothers and sisters, and there was one prize inside the cereal box, which they made very colorful and evident on the front of the box and on the back of the box. And I can't remember in my family what we used to do, but we used to shake the box, I think, turn it upside down, get it going so we didn't know where in the box it would fall. And then whoever poured it out in the morning and it fell into their bowl of cereal got the prize. I'm surprised none of us ever swallowed it and choked. Anyway, that's what these have always reminded me of. Just a quick hit video talking a little bit about these. These were put out in 1970. They are called deckle edge because of the jagged cut around the borders. And a very interesting idea, which Topps and OPC also did in their baseball set the same year or maybe the year before, I don't remember. They never did them for football. They worked well as a unique. They're also much smaller than the typical cards. You got one per pack with, I believe, OPC series 1 or 2. I can't remember. I could look it up. But anyway, the one interesting thing about this set is everybody's smiling. Everybody looks, well, okay, not Sanderson, but everybody looks really, really happy. And if you go through every card in this group, it's almost the same thing. Well, okay, again, not everybody, but, Jacques has a nice smile on his face. Classy Jean Beliveau has a nice smile on his face. Rogie the goalie, Yvonne Cornwallet. You get the picture. Red Berenson looks like he'd buy a beer or maybe an ice cream cone. Again, everyone's happy to be at the party. Except for, let's go a little quicker here. Everybody's really thrilled. There's Brad Park in his rookie season. He's so happy because he was going to have a great career ahead of him and he was living in New York City. Everybody is thrilled except for Walt Kachuk. Good old Walt. Doesn't look like he wants to be in the set. He was included nonetheless. That's from 1970. The next year in 1971, these are the OPC comic booklets. The weird thing about this set is they've never really captured great collector demand. They're not difficult to find. They've never been particularly expensive. They are around in nice shape, but they're also around in terrible shape because they were printed on basically very thin cardstock. So you either see them in really nice shape or destroyed. The one thing I always think about this set is the amount of work that went into making them. Because again, most inserts, most cards, one side, front and back, okay? These booklets must have taken a tremendous amount of work because they are, I think, about 8 pages, and it's a comic book about the player's life, basically. And if you ever read them, I think it helps to be on gummies or mushrooms. They're pretty psychedelic. But again, look at the detail and the artwork that went into these things for every player. So that's for Bobby Hull. And I mean, it's the same thing for every player in the set. Okay? Plant would be an interesting one to read. We'll just flip through it really, really quickly. Great stuff. A lot of intricate artwork there. Somebody put a lot of time and effort into these things, and there were 24 in the set. But as I say, outside of Bobby Orr, they've just never really captured collectors' love. 1972, great year for hockey inserts. I actually think these came out first. These were the first series insert in packs. And the one thing about this set, it's called All-Star Player Pushouts or Player Pushouts or All-Star sticker, I don't know. There's a million different names for them, but I call them player pushouts. And the one interesting thing about this set is you would think most kids, when they opened a pack of cards in 1972, instantly punched the player from the back of the card, which was the intention. It even tells you here what to do, and then you would stick said player on your notebook or on the back of your friend's jacket when he didn't know, or, you know, a piece of paper or whatever. But I'm always amazed when you find a group of them that have never been punched out. For some reason, you know, kids kept them intact. Who did that? Key card in the set, Bobby Orr. And again, this is a great set loaded with stars and goalies, Gary Edwards and Berenson, Stan Mikita. A lot of players had gone to the WHA in 1972. It's interesting that in the 1973 OPC set, you really sense something is missing. There's Pat Quinn, card number 1. So that's 1972. Finally, the last set that I wanted to show was Team Canada, 1972 OPC Team Canada set, right after Canada defeated the Russians in the epic Summit Series of 1972. This is a great set. The only weird thing about this set is Bobby Orr is not included. He never played a game in the series, but you would think they'd put him in the set. And the design, again, it's the kind of thing, it's like the Vancouver Canuck uniforms from 1980. Over time, you grow to love them, but it takes time. Like, this is a weird design. The borders are awesome, but just the cropped players' heads, sweaty right after a game, you know, like take a shower, Don. It's just weird that they would kind of not do full body poses. I mean, some of them work maybe better than others. There's Bobby Clark. I think they should have, on Bobby Clark's card, they should have showed Valery Karlamov's ankle. That would have been great. But again, you know, it works sometimes. And Ken Dryden does not have a bad hockey card, ever. Rod Gilbert, to me, always looked like a Hollywood movie star. I'm not afraid to say he was a handsome guy. The one funny card I thought, okay, so Paul Henderson was a national hero after this series. So if a kid pulled this, was lucky enough to get, and you got one of these in a pack of 8 cards for one series. So that's the other thing about inserts. Again, for every 8 regular issue cards in a pack of 1972 OPC cards, you got one of these. But it's not a really flattering image of Paul Henderson, other than the shockingly awesome 1970s hair. But again, a very, very popular set, 1972 Team Canada. I love to buy vintage hockey inserts. If you have a collection of such and you want to consign them to me to sell on my eBay auctions, if you want to sell them to me outright for cash, you know how to find me, www.aasportscards.com. If you live anywhere in Canada, I would love to do business with you. Thanks everybody for watching these videos that I make. I don't rehearse them, no scripts. I turn on my camera and away we go. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And most importantly, I hope everyone is healthy and doing as best as anybody can during this crazy time in our lives. Thank you for watching, and that's it. See you later. Bye.